Hello, my name's Katie Mutchler, and I'm going to talk about my results from the communication style surveys that we took from the book. So the short survey for communication style, I scored an 18 for sociable and a 17 for private for when things are going smoothly. And then for when I'm under stress, I scored dominant at 11 points and open at 10 points. For my long survey for the communication style, for the manager part of it, when everything was going well, I scored highest with the open style of communication. And then for the manager style, when I was under stress, I scored sociable. For the employees, when everything's going well, I scored open. And then for employees, for under stress, I scored sociable. According to our textbook, sociable communication styles includes things like you're interested in people, are good listeners, and are generally well liked. It's very important to them that everyone gets along and that conflicts are avoided. They may limit what they choose to share, and they may hide their true feelings and knowledge from others. For the private communication style, they're more comfortable working with things rather than people. So if you put a person that is private with a group of 5 to 6 people, they're not going to be as productive as if they were just working alone or by themselves. For the open communication style, that means that they tend to use both disclosure and feedback and are equally interested in people's needs and company productivity. So you have a very good balance of both. And then the open communication style, they're most appreciative of other people. For the dominant communication style, the textbook says that they thrive in situations in which they can demonstrate their expertise and experience, can be very confident. They don't like to ask for feedback because they think they already know what is best. So now to me, understanding and figuring out if I necessarily agree with these. For the long survey, I agree that with the results, and I also agree that the fact that my employee and my manager scores are the same, to me it shows me that I think the same way no matter if I'm at my manager role or if I'm working as just another employee. And in that sense also, I tend to do the same thing whether I'm working with managers or whether I'm working with employees. I am actually a little surprised that I'm not dominant when under stress, because to me, when I'm stressed, dominant is kind of my go-to thing, I would feel like, because I want to just control everything and I want to tell people what to do, where to do it, that kind of thing. In fact, there's been a couple of occasions at work when I'm under stress, whether it's due to scheduling, whether it's due to other employees, whatever the case may be. And I have acted as a dominant person in that aspect, and my communication style has been more dominant during that aspect of everything, because I will then go and do exactly what I think needs to be done, and I will do it how I think it needs to be done, and I will communicate with people how I think it needs to be done. And so I feel like I am more dominant when I'm more stressed, so that kind of did surprise me. For the short survey, I agree with sociable, but I do think that it should be more close to open rather than private for when things are going smoothly. And then I also agree with dominant, but I am surprised that it's not private when under stress, because for the same aspect of me being dominant and thinking, that it needs to be done this way, or telling people it needs to be done this way, I would think that I'd be more private also, because I would just want to do it myself. And I would just think that working alone and just getting it done would be easier than trying to work with other people when I'm stressed. However, an occasion at work, when everything was going smoothly, I do show more appreciation to my staff and fellow employees when we have a great week or get through a rough time. There's been a couple times lately that we have been understaffed and have kind of had a lot of things come down on our admitting registration department, And so I will communicate with the staff and say, you guys are doing a great job. You guys are doing awesome. I'll bring in little treats to all of my different desks. And so I do feel like that shows more of a sociable aspect of it when everything's going smoothly. In conclusion, though, I was a little surprised. I was a little not surprised by these results. Sociable, I definitely understood. And open, I understood. I'm not surprised I wasn't more dominant in this, and so I don't know how to think about that. But I will use this in my work life, and I do think that sociable and open are both good communication styles to work with, but I think also overall you need to be able to mix a little bit of all four of them depending on the situation. So I really enjoyed learning about these. Thank you. Have a good day.